This is the Brussels sprout, the newest divine in the game, only obtainable through the secret seed shop, and today I'm gonna be getting every mutation on it to see if it's actually worth grinding for. And here we are, we might as well go ahead and get started. Let's plant this bad boy down, then let's get the sprinklers. So we got a basic one, advanced, godly, master, and then finally a grandmaster sprinkler. And now before we actually grow the Brussels sprout, let's go ahead and get some pancakes out. There we go, that's 4 of them. Then let's get the mooncats out, and we got a total of 7 of these. And now before the mooncats abilities actually go off, let's go ahead and hit a grow wall. And whoa, wait, why does it grow so much? We already got a rainbow one? Wait, what? Okay, wait, this isn't good. I can't see like the actual stem of it. And that's kind of the reason I hit a grow wall, because like I needed to see the stem of it, you know? Bro, and look at all the mooncats just chilling up there. Okay, wait, low key, let's wait till like right before their abilities go off. Okay, there you go, their abilities are going off. Let's go ahead and pick up all the Brussels sprouts, and I need my trowel quick. Let's do this like right in the middle, garden, and then come on, hit a grow wall quickly. Come on, before they wake up. We made it in time. Oh, bro, what? What even happened to my garden? Bro, yeah, look at this huge one. It's literally as big as my garden. What? Okay, wait, let's go ahead and favorite tool that pupper up. Bro, yeah, look at that. It's literally like the size of everything. That's crazy. Okay, well, let's go ahead and pick up all the other Brussels sprouts. And nah, wait, this is a singular one? Okay, yeah, we will not be needing to do that again. Let's go ahead and pick up my mooncats. And I can't even see like the stem of it anymore. That's actually nuts. Also, I'll remove these sugar apples here in a bit, but I need them for something right now. So for now, they'll be staying down. Okay, wait, genuinely though, how am I supposed to get to this Brussels sprout? I need to move it. Okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna be able to move it. Okay, that's all right. Now that we got the Brussels sprouts, let's go ahead and get started. So first order of business is turning this thing rainbow. So let's go ahead and place down my mega queen bee along with my butterfly. And now I need to get 5 mutations on this thing. And we got a wet one, a cloud touched one, a windstruck one, a honey glazed one, and then last but not least, we got a chocolate sprinkler. And if I place this down, will it even turn it chocolate? Like, it's so big, I don't know. Let's hope it does. Bro, I don't think it reaches. Wait, let's unfavorite tool it real quick and check it out. Okay, yeah, it doesn't even reach. That's an issue. Okay, wait, let's favorite tool it back up. And I guess I'll just use a verdant mutation spray on it. Why not? So there we go. This thing now has 5 mutations, meaning we just gotta wait for our queen bee to refresh the butterfly's ability so that we can then turn this thing rainbow. And in the meantime, let's go ahead and see how much of these base Brussels sprouts sells for. Is this one the same size as this other one? No shot. And this one was already rainbow. Oh well. Let's go ahead and just sell this base 21 kg Brussels sprout. And I'm guessing this one's like about 3 times the size. So whatever this sells for, times that by 3, and that's the base price of this. 6 million. So I want to say what, like 18 million? The only issue there is I don't know if it's exponential or not. Well, I guess we'll see if it is later in the video when we go ahead and sell it, and let's just say it's kind of crazy. With that being said, all we got to do now is wait for our butterfly's ability to go off. Okay, and there we go. You can't really tell by looking at it, but if we go ahead and unfavorite it, it's now rainbow. Yeah, see, look at that, rainbow. So let's go ahead and favorite it back up before I accidentally pick it up. And now let's move on to the mutation sprays. So we got cloud touched, bloom. I'm actually gonna hold off on verdant and wet, but then we also got amber, and that's actually it. It's more beneficial to hold off on the other ones like honey glaze, windstruck, and then shocked. You'll see why here in a bit. For now though, let's go ahead and get started with the pet mutations. So let's go ahead and pop out our Raiju, and then this guy will eat this conveniently shocked sugar apple and then spread static to the Brussels sprouts, hopefully. And to avoid him spreading it to the other sugar apples, we're gonna go ahead and pick them up here in a second. Before we do though, we need to go ahead and place some apple gazelles down. And what these guys do is every single time you pick up a sugar apple, they have a 2% chance to apply the warped mutation to a random fruit in your garden. And that's like a 75x, so we need that. So let's go ahead and start picking up sugar apples. And nice, we already got warped mutation right here. Let's go ahead and trouble that sugar apple tree out of there. Let's put it right over here. And bruh, okay, I was gonna say, thanks to this Brussels sprout, it's so hard to move everything. Okay, but let's also go ahead and move the shocked sugar apple. And this is actually like so hard to position because of the Brussels sprouts. Okay, there we go. Oh, and then wait, we got sun-dried on the sugar apple. Wait, that's actually so good. I didn't even know we had that. Okay, wait, let's go ahead and carefully pick up all the other sugar apples to hopefully get some more warped mutations. Yo, and then we also have acidic. Wait a minute. We have some goated like mutations on these sugar apples. I just had them down because I needed sugar apples to ascend to the next level, but they're low-key putting in the work for us. Okay, yeah, on second thoughts, I'm actually gonna leave all these mutated sugar apples until our Raiju eats the shocked sugar apple. And then after that, before I move on, I'll just use my Spinosauruses to transfer like the multiple mutations we got on our sugar apples onto the Brussels sprout. Because that should actually save us a good amount of time. Especially since some of these mutations are like really rare, like sun-dried. It would be super hard to get sun-dried since I can't put like a tanning mirror by the base of the Brussels sprouts. So that sugar apple having sun-dried is actually so good. Okay, and here goes our Raiju. Ideally, he gives us static on the big Brussels sprout, but if he doesn't, tis be alright. Okay, nice. There we go. And nice. You love to see it. So now that we got static, we can go ahead and pick it up along with our apple gazelles. And now, before I do anything else, I'm actually gonna go ahead and Spinosaurus all the mutations from the sugar apples onto the Brussels sprout. And the reason for this is just so like I have a clean slate to work with, you know, because like right now if I were to start placing all my pets down, like their chance of applying like disco and whatnot to these other sugar apples would be a pretty high chance, and then it would just be even more work for our Spinosauruses later on, you know. And I also have some mimic octopuses to help them out, so this honestly shouldn't take too long. Okay, and there we go. Thanks to all the mimics, we didn't have to wait too long. So now we can go ahead and reclaim the sugar apples. And then if we unfavorite it, look at how much mutations it already has. So it has Rainbow, Glimmering, Warped, Windstruck, Amber, Frozen, Bloom, Cloud Touched, Moonlit, Static, Sun-dried, and Acidic. So that's literally already 12 of the mutations that we needed. So now let's move on to the good ones, the pet ones. Let's start off with our Disco Bees. These will obviously get us disco. Then let's move on to our corrupted kitsunes to get corrupt chakra or corrupt foxfire chakra. Next comes our lobster thermidors, and we actually got a tranquil and corrupted one of these, and they are still like the normal lobster thermidors where every 14 minutes we have a 20% chance to get molten, and then every 30 minutes we have a 10% chance to get meteoric, but they have like an extra ability which gives us a small chance of getting corrupted and then tranquil. And then since we do still have 2 pet equip slots, let's bring out our griffins. And just like the lobster thermidors, we got an aromatic one of these, which will give us a chance at getting aromatic, and then we also got a corrupted one. And then if you didn't know, the base abilities of the griffin is every 15 minutes it flaunts its wings and releases a cyclone. Pets struck have their cooldown reduced by 6 or 7, and fruits struck have a 10% chance to get the cyclonic mutation. And then they also have the corrupted and aromatic pet shard applied to them. And that is all the pets we can place down on this account. But now that we got the Raiju ability out of the way, let's go ahead and also apply the shock mutation spray onto it. And then we can go ahead and join in on an alt account so that we can place a kitsune down to get foxfire chakra or chakra. And hopefully we got foxfire chakra. We still haven't gotten that once. And after a bit of waiting, here goes our first round of pet abilities. So the first guy up is Simon, and he is about to get us disco first try. Look at this. Bro, nah, he actually did it. Wait, and did lightning strike this other Brussels sprout? Huh, I guess it did. Anyways, I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key surprised that we got that first try. I was planning on picking up all the other Brussels sprouts like before their abilities went off, but I guess no more. We can go ahead and pick up our disco bees, bop and bop. And now our lobsters are also about to get us molten first try, bro. Trust. Our pets are gonna do the lock-in of the century here. Like we're literally about to get everything first try. Bro, no. no, they failed. Okay, Tisby, all right. Now that we got another 2 pet equip slots, let's go ahead and get out our spaghetti sloths. And the reason that I'm bringing these guys out so early is because we actually need to get 3 unique mutations from them. So we need to get pasta, sauce, and then meatballs to make spaghetti. So like, since I need so much mutations from them, I might as well bring them out early, you know? And now, even though our lobsters failed, on the bright side, our griffin's abilities are about to go off. So let's hope we get cyclonic. It would low-key be crazy if we get that this early on. It's usually such a hard mutation to get. And I would usually like plant carrots around to like help the chances of getting it. But our Brussels sprouts are so huge, like I don't even think we'll need them. Okay, maybe we did need them. They both just failed. Wait, and what? Their abilities just went off, but they're about to go off again in another 6 minutes. The cooldown just got reduced by like 3x. I'm not complaining, but like that's just crazy. Some sort of glitch or something. I don't know. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm just tripping. I forgot they have the aromatic shard along with the corrupted shard. Whoopsie. Bro, I was gonna say they're locked in, but I guess not. Okay, and here we go. I haven't been waiting for too long, but we should be getting corrupt chakra here in 3, 2, 1. Plus 10,000 aura. I actually timed that perfectly, so we can go ahead and pick those bad boys up, stuff them into the bag. And now the next 2 pets I'm gonna go ahead and place down is our lemon lion to get brain rot. And this one is a guaranteed chance, so like I'll be able to pick him up in 5 minutes. And then I'll also go ahead and place our queen bee down. And the reason we're placing Georgie back down is because I need the pollinated mutation. And since the queen bee is level 75, I only have to wait 16 minutes for that. And then in only 18 minutes, it'll also do a refresh ability, which will refresh 1 random pet's ability. So like that'll save us even more time. And then it's only a matter of time before our kitsune goes out. And look at that. Yup, it's already going out. So this will get us harmonized chakra. And yup, would you look at that? Harmonized chakra. Nice. So now we can go ahead and leave on our alt. And now we got a whole lot of more abilities that are about to go off. So we got our Griffin's abilities, we've got the aromatic and then corrupted, and then we should also have corrupted and then tranquil from our lobsters if I'm not mistaken. And then in only like 5 minutes they'll also try to apply meteoric. So wait, low-key, it's toy time. Oh wait, and no, they already failed that aromatic. That's not good. Bruh, and that corrupt too? Bruh, they failed that corrupt again? Okay, that's fine. If they succeed at meteoric, I'll be able to forgive them. Bruh, and they also failed at that. Where's our other lobster? Here he is. Come on, give us meteoric, please. Bruh. How do you feel at Tranquil and Meteoric? They're officially trolling. On the bright side, you know who isn't trolling? Our Lemon Lion, because we just got brain rot. So we can go ahead and pick him up, and let's replace him with a junk bot. And then this guy should get us the oil mutation, but it is a really low chance of succeeding, so I'm not too hopeful if I'm being honest. So now, in the meantime, while we wait for the rest of our abilities to go off, let's do a bit of decorating. And we're not just going to do any type of decorating. We're going to do decorating with gnomes. So let's place our Candy Blossom gnome down, rotate him, and then we'll put him in the corner. Also, while I'm placing all these gnomes down, I want to let you guys know that we're getting super close to 100,000 subscribers. And after we hit it, you'll never be able to say you were part of the OG 100K. So if you want to help your boy out and be an OG, make sure to subscribe. Thank you, and let's get back to the video. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of gave up on the gnome decorating and just spammed them all in one place. So like, yeah. On the bright side though, we did get meatball on one of our Brussels sprouts, which is another one of the mutations we needed. So that's a W, am I right? So now from our spaghetti sloths, we just need sauce and then pasta. And then wait, I only saw 1 pop up. We should have gotten 2. So we got meatball on this Brussels sprout. What about on the big one? It's always so hard to check this one out too. The base of it is just in like such a weird place. Oh, it also got meatball. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. So now we just gotta wait for the rest of our pets' abilities to go off. The griffin is about to go off. And did we get anything? No, I think it just hit a whole bunch of like pets. That is also another reason that I placed the griffins down like so early on, because they'll help like refresh our other pets' abilities, you know? With that being said, it looks like there's still 5 minutes till our next pet's abilities go off. So I'm gonna go run a game of Clash Royale real quick. Okay, and I kind of got 3 crowned, but like, that's besides the point. We're about to get pollinated. Yes, sir, there it is. And then her refresh ability is about to go off in a minute. Imagine it refreshes like Shay's ability. That would really stink. Wait, no, that would actually like really stink. Wait a minute. Let's give him a small toy. Not no big one. A small one should be more than enough. Oh, nice. We got oil. Let's go ahead and pick him up. And getting that first try is actually crazy. I can't even lie. When I first started getting the oil mutation using him, he would always troll. But like now, he's low-key been locked in. So now the next pal I'm gonna go ahead and place down is our peach wasp. And then this guy in 25 minutes will guaranteed get us plasma. And then in the meantime, he'll help by reducing other pets' abilities by 60 seconds. So it's like another mini queen bee, you know? Okay, but here we go. Here goes the queen bee's refresh ability. Let's hope she doesn't refresh the sloths. Wait, yes! Perfect! That's actually exactly what I wanted. She refreshed the peach wasp's ability and we literally just placed it down. So like we literally got 25 minutes out of that refresh. Wait, and I just realized. I thought I was just lucky, but no, that's just part of her ability. She refreshes the pet with the highest cooldown. Okay then, I guess I am not as lucky as I thought I was. Tis be alright though. Let's go ahead and pick up our peach wasp. Put them in the bag, and now we got another 2 pet equip slots. And I think for these I'm gonna do a bit of gnoming. So if you didn't know, the reason I actually placed all these gnomes down is because there's a gnome pet and they have like a super low chance of succeeding, but for every gnome we place down they gain an additional 1% chance. So like since I just placed like 20 plus gnomes down, they should have a pretty decent chance of actually getting the gnome mutation, you know? And then also I'm looking can go ahead and place these other gnome crates down. They'll just help me a tad bit in the future, you know? They'll give me an extra 3% chance of getting the gnome mutation. Bro, and nah, an hour and a half wait time is crazy. On the bright side though, both of our spaghetti sloths abilities are about to go off, so let's hope we get sauce and then meatballs. Or no, sauce and pasta. We already got meatballs. Ooh, and then we also got our tranquil lobsters. Bruh, and we got meatball again. And they failed at molten. What the troll? Okay, luckily Jay's got us though. Look at this. He's about to get a sauce or pasta. Or wait, that's Ollie, not Jay. Where's Jay? Oh, he's down here. He's about to cook up. Literally. Look at him stirring the pot. And bro, another meatball? What are actually the chances of that? Like what? That's just mad unlucky. I can't even lie. On the bright side though, we are about to have another chance in 20 seconds though. And Gigi is actually the GOAT. So like, there's no shot she fails. She failed. I've officially lost all hope in our pets. Nah, I'm just kidding. At this point though, I have been waiting on these pets for a decent amount of time. So low-key, I'm gonna just give them all like an hour. And then when I get back, we should hopefully have everything that they like offer. And yeah, look at that. They failed at corrupt, and then they also failed at aromatic. They just failed 3 times in a row. How's that even possible? Okay, but yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna give all my pets an hour, and then when I get back, we should have everything, hopefully. We're back and we finally got corrupted. Like we got everything else pretty early on, but corrupted, bro, that took forever to get. Now that we got it though, we can go ahead and pick up the rest of our pets. And then these boxes are done, so let's go ahead and open them. A zombie gnome, purple gnome, and finally farmer gnome. I really don't know if any of those are good or not, if I'm being honest. But now that we finally got all the mutations that we are AFKing for, we can go ahead and start getting even more mutations. And let's actually go to mutation sprays because I actually missed 2 earlier. So we need a chocolate one since I couldn't use the chocolate sprinklers. Let's spray that. And then we also need a honey glazed one. And there's that. So now the first pal I'm gonna go ahead and place down is a golden goosey boy so that we can get the fortune mutation. Then let's place up a pterodactyl so that we can get tempestuous. Then we also need some chicken zombies so that we can get zombified. And I'm not gonna lie, we've low-key already gotten like a huge majority of the mutations that we need, but we still got a few more, so let's keep going. The next thing that we need is a kappa so that we can get bloodlit. And then we also need some jackalopes so that we can get the sandy mutation. So let's place 2 of those bad boys down. And these guys' cooldown is like really low, so we shouldn't have to be waiting for too long. However, while we do wait, let's go ahead and buy some carrot seeds. And then let's go ahead and scatter a few throughout the garden. And there we go. That's actually all the carrots I'm gonna place down. And if I'm not mistaken, we're now only missing one pet mutation. But for that one, I actually need to hold off till I pick up all my pets. So for now, I just need all of our pets to lock in. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I specifically said we're done with the pet mutations. Because after all our pets do their thing, we need to pick them up and then start combining mutations to make even crazier mutations. For example, we can get a mutation called Storm Charged, and that's Shocked, Static, and Tempestuous, and that's a 220x. So like, yeah, that's actually bananas. Not gonna lie, bananas are pretty good. Anyways, our Jackalope's abilities are about to go off, so let's hope we get Sandy on the carrot. Sandy to Brussels sprouts, but failed. Bruh. Okay, here we go though. I got faith in them. They won't fail us 2 times in a row. I guess I stand corrected. Okay, here we go. They do be saying 3rd time's the charm, right? Bruh. I guess not. On the bright side, our Kappa's ability is about to go off, so hopefully we get Bloodlit first try. Because if we check out his ability, he has a 10% chance to replace wet mutations with Bloodlit. So like, that would be really ideal if we get that. Come on, Kappa, do your thing, please. I'm assuming he failed. I didn't get no text pop up. Yeah, and all this stuff still looks wet. Not bloodlit. Well, tis be unfortunate. It is only a 10% chance though, so that should have been expected. On the bright side though, we do still have 3 more abilities that are about to go off. We got a pair of Pterodactyl, and no, he just applied Windstruck. Sandy to Carrot, that's good. But the Windstruck thing is really bad because I needed Windstruck plus Twisted, and that would get us Tempestuous. So let's go ahead and pick up the Windstruck carrots. And then I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, but let's go ahead and place down another Pterodactyl. There we go. So we should for sure be able to get Tempestuous in 10 minutes. And then we also got Clay on this carrot, and Clay is just wet plus sandy. And then to now turn it into ceramic, we're gonna need to put that mutation onto the big Brussels sprout, because then with the sun-dried mutation that it already has, it'll turn it into ceramic. So that's just why I held off on putting the verdant mutation on it again, you know? With that being said, we can go ahead and pick up our jackalopes now that we got Sandy. And then our golden goose's ability is also about to go off. So Zaza is gonna lay a golden egg. Well, where's the golden egg? Oh, it's like inside the Brussels sprouts. Okay. We can now go ahead and pick Zaza up though. And now I'm gonna just once again go AFK for like another 10-20 minutes and let our pets do their thing. Also, I find the Pterodactyl's ability so cool. Like, they let you jump higher, which is so cool. Okay, and bro, we're back, and I kid you not, that literally took like no time at all. We got everything first try except Bloodlit, but then we even got that second try. So now that we got that, there's actually only one more pet mutation that we need. And for this one, we need to place down the loads of mandrakes. So let's get to plopping them all down. Then let's go ahead and plant one mandrake seed down, because that's all I'll be needing. Then let's watering can it up, and look at this, we're about to get rot first try. Let's go ahead and plant a mandrake seed down, water it up, and look at this, we're actually about to get rot first try. What'd I tell you? So now we can go ahead and pick those bad boys up again. And then it's Spinosaurus time. And if you didn't know, what these derpy looking guys do is they'll eat mutations from other plants in your garden, and then they'll spread those mutations onto favorited fruit. And since I do only have 2 of those, to help them out, I'm gonna go ahead and place a few mimic octopuses down. And now all we do is wait. Okay, and there we go. Everything has been fully transferred, and as you can see, we now have a bunch of new mutations. So like Storm Charged, I'm pretty sure that's like Tempestuous, Shocked, and then I can't remember the last one, but that one's a 220x. So now the last thing we gotta go ahead and do is add the verdant mutation spray to get Paradisal. And now instead of picking it up, let's go ahead and magnifying glass it, because I'm pretty sure it's like capped out at the seed shop or something, or at the sell shop. So here we go. Time for the moment of truth. 2.9 trillion. Nah, wait, that's actually crazy good. I did this exact same thing with the cocoa mango and it didn't even reach a trillion. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These Brussels sprouts are so much better than the cocoa mango. Like, if you had to choose between Brussels sprouts or cocoa mango, definitely go for Brussels sprouts. Just like that, though, we've officially gotten every mutation on the Brussels sprouts. Also, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 100K.